Hi, fellow traders. I know it's been a while since I have done a small account video, but you guys know the little hiccup I had and had to get some things sorted out. But during this downtime, it allowed me to think about something that I really should have shared with you from the beginning. And it's dealing with, managing the money that we do have. And when I first started, I didn't think about it. And there's some things that really needed to be in place before I got started. And, that's what I want to share with you today. It's very important that we think about these things and that we handle our account with a business-like mindset. Because day trading is a business. It doesn't matter whether you trade part-time, full-time. If you look at this as a hobby, then you're going to get hobby results. And most of the time, hobbies aren't very profitable. Um, and as far as I'm concerned, day trading is the safest form of investing because we're focusing on a small amount of stocks and only a small amount of positions. Hopefully one or two at the most. And we're not holding positions overnight because once we hold them overnight, a day trade becomes a swing trade, and you never want a day trade to turn into a swing trade. That's not what we're looking for. And we're able to enter and exit trades with pinpoint accuracy. If we have a solid strategy and it's based on technical levels, we're able to hit those levels. We're able to hit those points. And we usually call that sniper, sniper-like mentality. We're able to nail our points, our spots on the chart that we want to get in and get out. Now, unfortunately, many day traders, they find themselves losing because of poor day trading management. So I'm going to share with you today real quick before we get into, the account, some of the problem that I had, the struggle that I had, and, what I decided to do this month. All right. Now, as day trading as a business, it doesn't matter, like I said, if you're full-time or part-time. Now, some of you live in different time zones and you may have a full-time job, but you're able to trade the market um, every day for the first part of the day. And if you do that, you're trading full-time. I mean, you're trading the most lucrative part of the day. You're trading it every day. You're trading full-time. But the key is you need to have a business plan. You need to have a set plan that's going to help you determine what type of trader you are, what your goals are. All of these things have to be in place. You have to look at your startup capital because you can't be a trader if you have no capital. This is one of the businesses that you cannot start up without having a little bit of money. Now, yeah, sure trader, you can open up an account for $500 and start day trading, but how realistic is that? Not very realistic. So you want to make sure you understand what type of capital you're going to need. You're going to need education. You're going to need capital for equipment. You're going to need capital for services. The tools of the trade that we need. These are the things, just some of the things that we need to think about in our business plan. And, I'm not covering the whole thing today, but I just want you to understand that this is something that you really need to look into. Now, do I help traders make their business plan? Yeah. That's part of the mentoring services that I offer, that I do help traders establish their business plan. And that's a key when you're, starting to learn how to trade. And I started trading without one, and I think that's what got me off on the wrong track to start with. But thankfully, I was very meticulous about my studying and learning, and I was able to come across a publication that talked about how important it was to have a business plan, and that helped me understand that day trading was a business. All right, and this is kind of where I started. When I talk about equipment, I started with the right here in the middle with two laptops. Very difficult. Tried with one. You can learn on one laptop, but you got to have a laptop to learn on. Everything's digital. Trying to read a book nowadays is not going to work. You need digital. And even if you get a book, you need to get ebooks, because this is going to give you a lot more freedom. But you can see here I had chat up here, I had Twitter down here, my tweet deck, and then I had other tabs that I would flip through. This was real noisy, and I had to filter this out. And you can see here I went to getting two monitors, and this was the next progression. These are throwaway monitors that a business was giving away because they were outdated. You see, these were the old square monitors, and I just grabbed them. And then I got to the point where I could buy a desk, and I did get another monitor. So eventually they had some more. I was able to grab another one. So I had three monitors here and my laptop. And this is when it really started clicking, because I had enough screen space, and I was able to start watching more charts and really analyzing things a lot better. And here was when I was able to get two 24-inch monitors. These were the wide screens. I could do more with them, better resolution. And, this was great. So that worked out. That was my next progression. And then finally, I was able to get another 24-inch monitor. Had a 27 one up here. Had my laptop. And then, because I needed social media, I needed to be able to answer my emails and tweets from people I work with, and mentoring and stuff. They may send questions during the day. I did not want this clogging up my trading platform. Nothing on here. I have nothing on here. No software, nothing. Everything is done over here. Any recording, any social media, any Skype, everything is done over here. Nothing is done on my trading platform. But this shows you the progression and how important it is, that you're going to need equipment, not just computers or monitors. You're going to need a desk. Eventually, I got a chair, but I had to have a plan in order to get to that point. It was very important that I had that plan. And because I had that business plan, I was able to consistently grow and build my trading platform. My trading station. I was able to gradually build it, upgrade it, and get it to where it is today, where I can function with the best efficiency, and with ease that any professional trader can function with. All right, now this is my expenses at the end of the month. Last month, I looked at, okay, I'm trading this. This is my main account. So I got to make this grow. So I got to do this the same way I did when I first started, because that's the only way this is going to work. And I'm determined to do this the right way, and share with everybody so they can see or have a template of what it's going to take, and how frustrating it is, and how slow it is. Because a lot of traders give up because they can't seem to get out of this cycle. And what I want to do is help you get through this cycle as quickly and as painlessly as possible. All right, so the chat room is going to be $99 a month. Trade ideas, 85. Now, when I started, I had another scanner, but it was a little bit more. But I'm basing it off of the expenses right now. Your trading platform is 124 a month. The high-speed internet, I had to get my internet upgraded because I found that my data was coming in 5 to 10 seconds delayed at the peak internet usage time. So I had to upgrade and get high-speed internet. And this month, in July, I had a monitor that went out, and I had to go out and buy another one, which was $160. So my expenses were $567. That's how much it cost me to be in business. Now, I'm not taking money out for the electricity I use or anything. This is home. And at this point, I'm not trying to suffocate my business. So I'm not adding the electricity bill or space or all of the things that you can write off in a home business. I'm trying to grow this. And if we take all of the money that we make out for things that we really don't need, it's going to kill us. So let's look at this. What are some of the things that we can do without? Well, we can't do without the chat room because that's part of our education, continuing education. The scanner, if you're in Warrior Trading Chat, you have access to the scanner all day. So you could eliminate this $85 a month if you wanted to. You didn't have to have that. Your trading platform, you can't get around that. I am not gonna not use the SureTrader Pro platform. I'm not comfortable with the web-based. It had problems in the beginning. I had issues with it. I got stuck in a position overnight because I couldn't log in, and I couldn't get anybody to get me out because it was after 4. I mean, things would happen. I would try to get in, it would show me not in a position, and then 2 hours later it pops up that I'm in it. So I just couldn't deal with that web base. Now, what you can eliminate some of this expense, and you cannot get level 2, which will save you a ton of money, and just use, like I had Thinkorswim, I still use it. I could have just used that level 2. But for me, I just like to have a backup. And I felt this was just my best way to go. The high-speed internet, that's an expense you can just put into your household one and not add it to this, but it's, to be realistic, this is a business expense, and you want to be real with your business. And I did have a monitor fail. I had no choice. I do not have a spare, so that's something that I'm going to save up for, and we'll get a spare monitor so that we have it just in case we do have a monitor fail, and we'll save up for one of the adapters that we use to hook the monitor up to the computer, because either one of those can go out, and if it does, it puts a handicap on your trading. Another thing I want to look at getting is a power supply that will allow my computer and internet and everything to stay powered up for at least 30 minutes so that I could get out of a position if I'm in it, shut my computers down so that, in a storm, or if the power goes out, it won't create issues with my computer or anything. Now, that's one frustrating thing that I've had this year is I had a lot of storms come through, knock my power out, and it did some damage to my computers, and I had to read image one, and all because the power went out. It got knocked out and everything was on. So now that we have our expenses, let's look at what kind of dent it put into our account. Now, at the end of July, I had 2567.87, and that was an increase of 1124.66, or 78%. Now let's take out the expenses. I just took out 600 bucks. I pulled out 600, and SureTrader charges $40 to wire out money. So that left us with 1927.87. I forgot to put the 87 here. So that's what I ended up with, 1927.87. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And this is the part that really beats down on you emotionally, because you worked so hard and you've got $1,100 profit, and you worked so hard for that, and now you just had to pay out 600 bucks. So what do you think that's going to do to your emotions and your mindset? So there are two ways to do this. Now what happens is you can not make any money that month, which happens to a lot of new traders. They're first starting out. They have all of these things, and they don't make any money the first month. Okay, we started with all the capital that we had. We invested everything in this. We just lost $300 or $400 or $600 this month. How are we going to pay our chat room subscription? How are we going to pay our platform fees? Well, that's going to automatically come out if you have money in your account. So that's going to come out. So if we don't have any money to pay our chat room membership, or to pay the cable bill, whatever, these things are going to get cut off. And when they get cut off, it's going to hurt us. We're not going to be able to trade like we need to. And that, again, that's going to hurt our mentality. And we can't do this. So we have to come up with a way that we can combat this, to where we don't have to draw out our account. Because the ideal situation is to continue to let this grow, is to continue to trade off of this month after month until we get to $5,000. And then you can see how we can make a living off of a $5,000 account. Or, I can't say just a living. It kind of depends on where you live, but you can make a decent profit that you can put in your bank every month, starting with $5,000 a month. And you can consistently grow. You want to bank that money, and you want to have it to where when you get enough in your account, you can move over and open up a SureTrader account. A Speed Trader account. That's what our ultimate goal is. So how can we stop this every month? Yeah, we can cut our expenses down, but there's some things that we have to have. The best thing to do is to save, and that's what I did. I cut back on how much I spent for lunch. I cut back on some things that I did that I like to do, and I would save that money. I would make sure I could save at least $300, $400 a month. I worked on other cars. I worked on other people's race cars, because that's what I did. That was my hobby. I could make a couple bucks. I couldn't make any money racing, but because I raced, I got jobs from other people because they liked the way my car ran and how consistent it was. So I was taking that little bit of money and I was putting it up and I was using it that if I had to refund my account, I could refund it, or I could pay these expenses without, it hurting my bottom line. And that's what we have to look at when we do this. So real quickly, we're going to look at um, this week. And like I said, this was a week where I was just trying to get my hotkeys working. I wasn't really taking any solid trades. But like I said, I'm going to be 100% transparent. So I downloaded, I think I took 6 trades while I was getting this thing worked out. One long trade that I lost $32 on, and I took 5 shorts and made like 93 bucks. But these weren't legitimate trades, but still, that's going in or coming out of my account. So I'm going to download them and I'm going to put them to make sure that our stats are accurate. That's my main goal here, is to make sure everything is accurate, make sure everything's on the level, so that we can see that this is possible. So it kind of killed my percent profitable for that rate. I was only 66% profitable for this week for winning trades to losing trades. My average profit was $10.14, which, that's nothing. So these stats don't really mean much, but they're going on the bottom line. Now this is where we are overall since we started. Year to date, we're right at 1,400 bucks profit. Profitability, we're at 75% still. I mean, that's great. Still struggling on long trades, but that's because of that 0% I had last week, or had this week. Short trades are still on top. That's what's been doing well for me. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with everything. This week we'll be back focused. I have a 4-day week this week and should be pretty good. Hoping the market gives us some pretty good opportunities here. All right, so now I'm gonna finish up. I want to ask you a couple questions. Are you struggling with low confidence right now? Are you scared to take trades? Do you overanalyze your setups and miss out on the trade? Do you second guess the trades that you're in and then take it off too early? Do you hold on to losing trades wishing that they'll come back, or saying they got to come back, they got to turn around, or they got to come back to VWAP or whatever? Do you feel that the market is out to get you? No matter what you do, if you go long, it takes your trade short. If you go short, it takes your trade long. And you just feel like everything is against you. The market, your broker, everybody's out to take your money. If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you really need to look into the workshop that I'm putting together. It's a Day Trader's Mindset workshop. And what it does, or what it is a workshop that's going to help you get through the psychological traps that we have in day trading. There's a lot of them. And I went through them. And if it wasn't for my background in education and psychology, I probably would have been stuck there. Because there's not a whole lot of information out there on the internet about it. A lot of people do not use psychology or add a whole section of psychology into their day trading education. So it's one of those things that kind of gets overlooked. So the workshop is designed to help you identify and overcome the emotional challenges that we as day traders face day in and day out. And it's gonna be 4 live interactive sessions. Interactive means everybody's gonna be on audio where you can ask questions, we can discuss things. So because of that, participation is gonna be limited. They're gonna be smaller groups, and that's the way these psychology sessions have to run. You can't watch a video and get anything out of it. It has to be interactive and it has to be live. And the sessions are going to cover, the first thing is identifying your trading self. Everything starts with us, who we are as a trader, how we react to certain things. We have to do a self-assessment in order to understand what we need going forward. The second session is going to deal with emotions that destroy trades. And we know trading is a very emotional thing, and we go through a wide range of emotions. The main two being fear and greed. And we're going to talk about that and all of these other emotions that feed off of that. We're going to talk about confidence in the third session, how it can be your best friend or your worst enemy, and how to harness and develop the right confidence. And the last one is going to talk about becoming the calm, cool, and collected trader that we all want to be. And this kind of culminates, it puts everything together that we've learned and gives us some strategies to help us remain calm, cool, and collected during the trading day and keep that sniper-like focus so that we don't miss these trades. And like I said, participation is limited because I have to provide the best experience. I'm a firm believer in making sure you get what you pay for. If you've been with me through some of my mentoring, you know that I have to. If I'm not doing it, then I need to figure out how to do it. Now the elephant in the room is, how much is it going to cost? It's $375, and anybody that I'm working with, any of the traders that I'm mentoring with now, if you want to take this, you get a 40% discount. I will, I feel that's only the right thing to do. And it's going to be on Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. If I do get enough West Coast or, other time zone participants, I wouldn't have a problem breaking and doing 2 sessions at once, with a different time. But that'll be depending on how many I get signed up and all of that. So once you sign up, I'll get in contact with you with email to verify that everything is good to go. And then I'll follow up with another email to tell you where we're going to have it. Depending on how many people I get, that's going to determine what service I'm going to use. Because some are better than others depending on how many participants we have. So that's what I have coming up. I want to, give everybody an opportunity. We have 1 week left. If you really want to do it, get with me. If you have any questions, email me at averagejoetrader@gmail.com or warriortrading.com, ed@warriortrading.com. I'm going to be here to answer any questions that you have. And if you want to get signed up, just go to my website, averagejoetrader.com, under services, and you can sign up there. Now, if you are one of the traders that I mentor with, just shoot me an email and I'll tell you where you can sign up. I'll do that. You just do that through me. But I feel that this is an excellent workshop. I spent a lot of time putting it together and a lot of thought, and I really feel that this is something that can benefit you. So hopefully, I do have enough, signed up already for one, for me to do that one session. There is room for more, and would love to have you. So again, any questions, shoot me an email. I'll be glad to help you out. And I'm looking forward to a good, strong week. So I'll see everybody in chat. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.